So, big comedy tour. You excited to be back on the road, being the road comic?
Yes, back to work.
Yeah.
It's actually a little easier because I'm a father. I have 2 kids.
Right.
So being on the road is easier.
Why is it?
Because they get me up at 6 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, I see.
So I have to hate them for about 3 hours before the day gets started. You can hate and love somebody at the same time. Just take it easy. But anyway, but on the road I can sleep. Like the other day I slept for 12 hours.
Really?
You ever do that, 12 hours of sleep?
I'm not a big sleeper, no.
No?
No.
Well, when you sleep for 12 hours, you have weird dreams.
All right.
Because for 8 hours, your dreams are your brain working. Your brain is taking your fears and your subconscious and your memories and putting them in order for 8 hours. After 8 hours, if you're still asleep, your brain looks at you like, all right, you really want to see something? You want to see? You sitting around for the late show? You want to see some right now? I'll show you. I'll show you some scary if you're still here. And so it gives you, and for me, I'm 42, so it's not monsters. You know, it's just weird, repetitive, freaky thing. Like the other night, my dream was Gene Hackman making me put a rock in a bag over and over again.
Gene Hackman?
Yeah, just put a rock in a bag. Put another rock in the bag. Put another rock in the bag. And I start crying. I wake up. I peed myself. It's just
Now you know why I don't sleep 12 hours.
Yeah. That's right.
Now you're doing this 35-city tour. Do you get nervous flying? Because it's a lot of connecting flights.
It is. It's a lot of flying, and you feel like your odds are going up with the whole dying.
Is that right? Yeah.
But I was on one flight where I thought I was going to die. Where I thought, why wouldn't this be when I die?
Right.
I was in Indianapolis, and we were flying home. I was flying to home, New York, and they were sitting there at the gate, not moving. And the pilot comes on, and he says, "We're waiting because the thing is broken. The fuel gauge is broken."
Fuel gauge?
Yeah. So we have to wait for the maintenance.
Okay.
So they wait 20 minutes, then he comes on and goes, all right, the fuel gauge is still broken, but we're going to go anyway. Because we know how much fuel we have, and, you know, come on. All right. So then we don't go yet. And then he comes back on. We're waiting now because the airport in New York, LaGuardia, won't give us clearance because the weather's bad there, so we have to wait. 20 minutes go by, he comes on. All right, LaGuardia still won't clear us because the weather's bad, but we're going to go anyway. Because we feel confident the weather will be better when we get there.
Once you get there.
So, and I swear to God, he said, we're gonna tell them we're going to Philadelphia, so that we get clearance to take off, and then on the way there we'll change. like you're lying to the dude in the tower. Like, yeah, we're going to Philly.
What is that?
What are you supposed to be dishonest to the guy who keeps everybody from dying? So. But we're all business travelers. Everybody's like, yes, go, please. Let's take marginal equipment into bad weather secretly. It's a great idea. So we take off, and then we're flying over New York, and it's like the Wizard of Oz. It's just black clouds. There's witches flying around the plane and stuff. And I mean, it was horrible. Everybody's puking. Everybody was vomiting. There was so much vomiting, and the plane's just boom, 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 boom. And everybody's scared. And I'm listening, me and the guy next to me is from Texas, and we're listening. You know how you can listen to the tower?
Right.
Talk to the planes. So we hear our guy, this is 288. We'd like clearance to land. And then the guy goes, that's a negative, low visibility, unsafe to land. Then he comes back, yeah, this is 288. We'd really like clearance to land. And then the tower guy goes, there's no visibility, totally unsafe. Please divert to another airport. And our guy comes on and goes, we don't have enough fuel. We have to land now. We don't have enough fuel. Me and the guy next to me are like, he thinks he doesn't have enough fuel. There's no fuel gauge. He thinks he doesn't have enough fuel, which means we might stop being an airplane like any second. So the guy in LaGuardia comes on, well, clear to land then. Like that, like, if you put it that way, I guess it's suddenly safe to land here. It's better than some guy's house. So take a shot, you idiot. So we start plummeting through just one of these. You hear the plane going, horrible. And we hit the deck like bam, 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 bam. And the pilot comes on and he goes, you may turn on your phone and call your loved ones. He said that and he wasn't kidding. And everybody on the plane was crying and calling their husbands and their wives. I'm divorced. What am I going to, hi, you remember you hate me? Well, I almost died.
Wow. Wow.
But when I got in the cab driver was like, "That was a very bad landing." And I said, "How do you know what plane I was in?" That's the only plane to land in 3 hours. So me and the other drivers, we said they're all going to die today.
Apparently you had the Al-Qaeda cab drivers?
I don't know. He sounded kind of like that. I know nothing about him.
Look, we'll take a break. More with Louie right after this. Welcome back. Talk with Louis C.K. You mentioned your daughter. Have you got pets at home?
I had a dog.
You had a daughter?
I don't know what happened. Just no. I had a dog. I loved my dog.
Yeah.
I was one of those people, I used to make out with my dog.
Really?
You know, just like hold her down and, I used to peel her lips back and lick her teeth. That's the kind of dog. That little doggy. I think that's
I'm beginning to understand the divorce now.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
But that's why people love dogs, because no human being will let you, like, choke them and, I love you. And the dog's like, okay, I guess this is part of it for the food or whatever. And I just put up with it. Yeah. But my dog, I remember I took her to the vet once, and it was when I first got her, and the vet was giving me, overall instructions, and he said, don't let her eat dark chocolate. I don't know if you know this, but
that's right, dogs are not to be, okay.
Yeah, they die if they eat dark chocolate.
Okay.
It's poison.
Right.
So, something funny to somebody. But anyway, all the dark chocolate for me. But so I asked the doctor, what do you do? And he said, if she does eat dark chocolate, you have very little time. If you get some hydrogen peroxide into her, it foams up in her belly and she throws it up. It's the only thing that works, but you got to do it really fast. Okay, so like 2 months later, I come home. I had friends over, staying over. Dark chocolate. They left dark chocolate out. And I come home and the dog's just got a chocolate face, and there's wrappers. And I go, ah! And she looks at me like, they left it out. I'm a dog.
Right.
What am I going to do? You know how that works. And I go, you're going to die. And she's like, why are you still mad? I said, I'm sorry. So I'm thinking, I got to get hydrogen peroxide into my dog. I don't have any. So I got to run to the pharmacy. There's no time to go there and back. So I put her on a leash, and I'm running to the pharmacy. And she's like, hey, she's having a ball.
Right.
We get to the pharmacy, and I get a bottle of hydrogen peroxide, and I'm on the street with my dog, and I need to make her drink a bottle of hydrogen peroxide. It hadn't occurred to me, you don't just go, here you get the dog's like, totally. Yeah. You gotta get the dog.
Right.
So I take her face and I pour, she's like, and she looks at me like, I'm not into it.
Right.
And so I grab her and she's like, she looks at me like, what happened to you? What is this? And I'm holding her like this, she's thrashing like an alligator, and I'm pouring it in her face. And she gets loose and she looks at me like, our thing's over. We are not friends anymore. I'm a dog. And she starts going, and she's biting me. So I'm literally punching her in the face and squirting this stuff. And I look, and there's hundreds of people just staring, horrified. And somehow I got enough in her, and she went, and it all came out. And she lived. She got hit by a truck 2 years later. But anyway,
I'm sorry to hear about this.
Sorry, it's true. But
now
she's dead.
Now you're special that you're doing. You're in theaters now.
Yes.
It's not a one-man show, is it? Now?
No,
it's not. Don't you hate it when comics put a lamp on stage and their act becomes a one-man show?
And start crying and talking about their dad.
So you're in theaters. Well, why theaters? What's?
Well, what I did was I made a movie of my stand-up.
Right. Okay.
And it's called Hilarious. I'm also on tour doing a tour in big theaters, but I made a movie because I grew up watching like Bill Cosby and Richard Pryor used to make stand-up movies before it was HBO.
I went to some of those when they filmed them at the theaters.
Yeah, so you go and you watch it in a movie theater, and it's also cheaper than seeing it in a big theater.
Right.
And you watch it with an audience. It's kind of a cool way to get stand-up, so I wanted to try that again. So I made that, and it's going to be just for one night in theaters around the country on September 8th.
Oh, very cool.
8 cities.
Now, you brought it to Sundance. Did you?
Yes.
The whole Sundance thing? Did you have the Sundance experience?
Yeah, they're very kind of cool and hip there, and they wear a lot of suede, and they have beard,
$5 chocolate chip cookies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Braids in their beards and stuff.
Right.
And I didn't think they would like it. I was kind of hoping they would boo. I was kind of excited to have...
You were hoping they would boo?
Yeah, I just wanted hipsters to boo me.
Yeah.
But they didn't. They laughed. And so.
My grandmother's 95. She can't see out of her left eye. It just shut off. The last time we went to see her, She's like, I can't see out of my left eye. And we're all like, oh, hey, what was Christmas like in the 40s? Maybe run out the clock on the eye thing if we're lucky, you know? So I go to her doctor. He's right at the end of the hall. He's there always like 90 feet away from her. So I go to the doctor and I said, you know, she can't see out of her left eye at all. And I swear to God, he goes, well, she's probably got a bunch of tumors in her head. I swear to God. That's exactly what he said. I remember it because I was blown away by how none of his education he applied to this particular diagnosis. He said that she's probably got a bunch of tumors in her head. He's a doctor and he called it her head. He almost said fucking head. I swear to God, like that's what he was thinking. She's probably got a bunch of tumors in her fucking head. Oh, who gives a shit? That old cunt will be dead in a week. I ain't gonna get up from my desk because of her eye. What does she need 2 eyes to see the shitty place you fucking put her because you don't love her enough? Anyway, I ain't there yet. I'm halfway there. 40-year-old guys are not good specimens either. We're not. Like, I have a friend who has a lot of young girlfriends. He always goes, and he goes a little too, they're too young. And it's not okay. You know, he brings them around and you're like, dude, don't. Like, literally point at her face and go, don't fuck her. That's awful. Because, and she's like, just bad, you know? But so he was going to have sex with her one night, and he said he wanted to go all night. Like, he wanted to really last a long time. So he said, I'm going to drink a lot of milk so I can have a lot of sex. He's like, who told you that mattered? And he goes, well, because you can come more if you drink milk. This guy actually thinks that, like, you run out of cum, but if you drink milk, your body goes like, oh, dude, that's perfect. Just send that right through. That's fine. Nobody will know the difference. Just go ahead and send it through. Run out of cum and a pinch milk is fine. It does, it doesn't matter. Go ahead and send it right through. Spray it all over his cat's face, whatever he was doing. What? I'll come on my cat's face. If she's watching, she's gonna get a face full of cum. She knows that by now. She knows. It's her fault now. Come on my cat's face once, shame on me. I don't have a cat. I don't have a cat. I never had one. I mean, I would come on a cat's face. I'm not trying to take that back. I just don't happen to have a cat. Village in Europe with a bell that goes pang, like whenever. And a dog walking alone. I don't like cute little places. I don't like little towns in America either with little shops. Oh, look at that little shop. Let's go in that little shop. Now let's get a divorce. Isn't that a better idea? You go in there. I'll just walk away. Just tell the kids I was a pilot and I got shot down. I don't like little shops. I'm uncomfortable in a little shop. You go in and it's like, clill-a-ling-ling. Clill-a-ling. Now it's just you and her. You're surrounded by her dream. And you can't just go, ugh, and leave. Like, she saw you. You have to go all the way in now and look at all the little crafts that she made. You made this? Really? You made this instead of killing yourself? I fucking wish I was that mean. I really do. All my fantasies are about being mean, just having the balls to like walk in a little store like that and just go like, oh, I don't like this at all. I don't like it in here. What's your name, Debbie? Fuck you, Debbie. I don't like your store. I was in Florida recently. I don't like Florida at all. That's a shit state full of shit people. That's what I think. I hate Florida. I hate it. I hate the whole thing. The entire. It looks like it doesn't look like a dick. People say that. It looks like a shit coming out. If you look at it, it's like America's ass. And it's a shit that's just that you're trying to. And there's a little. Cuba's like a little. That came first. That's what I think of Florida. Every time there's a hurricane, I'm like, yeah, get them all, Melissa. No, I don't mean any of that. It's just fun. It's fun to pretend. I was in a sushi restaurant in Florida, and it was empty. You ever go in a restaurant and it's open, but you're literally the only person in there. You walk in, the staff is like sitting at the tables, you know, and you walk in, you're like, are you open? They're like, yeah, and. So you go, oh, good, and they're like, oh, we gotta fire up the whole fucking restaurant for this one guy now? So I ordered a lot of sushi because I felt bad for wasting their time, and I didn't eat most of it because I don't like sushi. And so the waitress comes over, she's Japanese, and she says, you know Finnish? Which is what she said. I'm not. It's just what she said. I'm not going to change what she fucking said. I'm not going to lie to you and say that she said, you're not going to finish that? Because it doesn't happen to be what she said. And I have to do the accent, because it's weird if I tell you that she said, you know Finnish? So I'm stuck. I'm just telling you what happened. She said, you know Finnish? It's exactly what she said. It's a perfect replica. No, it was subtle. She said, you know Finnish? And I said, no, I know Finnish. Because I think that's polite to repeat people's bad English to them. Otherwise, you're being a dick. It's like, you know Finnish? No, I am not going to finish. You left out a lot of words. I took the liberty of restoring them. I was in upstate New York, in a small town, and I was standing in front of a drugstore. And in the window of the drugstore, they had a wheelchair on display in the window. Is that really an impulse purchase? I should get a wheelchair. That would really help with my paralysis. Then I wouldn't have to drag myself everywhere I go, like I've been doing for 10 years since my legs were blown off at the marathon. Okay. Bunch of fucking hypocrites, apparently. Because, let me point some out to you. Let me point some out to you, motherfuckers. You were just, like, seconds ago, laughing at a man with no legs crawling on the ground. You're just... And then at the end, you're like, oh, but not those particular legless people. No. We thought you meant just some asshole with a childhood disease who deserves to be laughed at. Not one of those. Now, we're laughing at all legless people equally. However you lost your legs, Ha ha ha. You haven't legs. And we've legs. I have legs. I have 2 legs. 2 fucking legs. That's the maximum amount. I fucking love having 2 legs. I fucking love it. I wouldn't like having no legs. I really don't think I would like it. I think it would suck. I think it would suck shit out of the balls of Christ. It's an old Southern expression. It's not used like it used to be. I think 2 legs is better than none. That's what I think. That's just my opinion. It's not popular. You're not supposed to say that because you're supposed to always be very positive about disabled people. But I think that puts pressure on them to be positive. What if they don't want to be? Because the only story we want to hear is about the amazing disabled people. He's amazing. He lost his legs and then he won the leg-having contest. What about disabled people who aren't amazing? Who are just ordinary with a sweatshirt and some potato chips, and he's going, fuck, I wish I had legs. No, this is better. This is better with no legs. Why is it better? Because you can do anything now. I can do 4 things. Fuck off. I just don't know that our positive, non-disabled attitude really helps. Like retarded people. We're going to talk about retarded people for 20 minutes. That's what's going to happen. We're going to discuss retarded people for 20 minutes. It's not okay to never speak of them. No, we're going to talk about them. First of all, I want to talk about the word retarded, okay? Because the word retarded, it's a bad word. Now, people do not like the word retarded. They find it very offensive. Now, I'm a little confused by this because it wasn't always a bad word. And I grew up in the 70s and it wasn't bad back then. And most bad words were always bad. You know, cunt never had a day in the sun. There was never a time where the Santa Claus at the mall was like, come here, you little cunt, tell me what you want for Christmas. And then in the 90s, we're like, let's lay off a cunt a little bit there, gang. No, we used the word retarded in the 70s. We used it to identify people who were retarded. It wasn't controversial. It wasn't like he's retarded. It was like he is retarded. This fellow right here is retarded, right? I told you yes, you're still retarded. He is retarded, everyone. And I grew up in Boston. We didn't say retarded in Boston. We said retarded. He's retarded. God bless him, he's fucking retarded. That's the way we used it. With love. Help the retarded. That's what people said in the 70s. Help the retarded. There was a lady outside the supermarket near my house every Christmas with a bell. She was like, help the retarded. Help the fucking retarded. You gonna tell me she was a bad person? She was helping the retarded. And I feel like we had more of them around back then. I haven't seen one in years. In the 70s, there was a retarded guy in a windbreaker on every street corner. We were using the word and they were more in our lives. I swear to God, they were more. They were in our culture. There was TV movies about retarded people all the time. Tonight on ABC, a retarded boy's dream. There was one, I remember with Sean Cassidy. I don't know if you remember Sean Cassidy. Some of you are too young. But Sean Cassidy, he began his career as a teen pop idol. He was a 13-year-old boy with a very hit song called Da Do Run Run. And he had feathered blonde hair and juicy lips. And he's on the cover of Teen Beat magazine. And everybody liked Sean Cassidy because he was sexy. He's a sexy boy. I thought he was sexy. I thought he was really sexy. I was 6 years old. But I already had inappropriate sex feelings for teenage boys when I was 6. I was an old soul. I was a pedophile when I was 6. I used to go up to teenage boys when I was 6, like, hey, how's it going? That kid's weird. He's got a boner. Anyway, Not anymore. I outgrew it. But no, I'm not sexually attracted to teenage boys. I'm not. But I don't not get it. I mean, I get it. I'm not like, what? Like, you can see it. Like, I was in an airport once, and I'm walking along where people walk in the airport, and there's these chairs facing the aisle, and there's this family sitting there, a mom and a dad and 2 teenage boys, and they're like just both sitting with their phones with their legs. They're wearing like these shorts. One had cut-off shorts, and one had basketball shorts. And they both just had their legs open because they don't give a fuck. Both legs just splayed, and then just smooth, you know, just very and I saw it. It didn't do anything to me. But I kind of wanted to stop and go, hey, fellas, let's close that shit up, huh? You're not getting me, but I know you're causing a problem for somebody in this airport. Let's close it up. I did not say that. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. Anyway, let's return to the comfortable subject of retarded people, shall we? So Sean Cassidy. Sean Cassidy was a teen singer who then grew up. He was about 18. Now he was, old and gross. Nobody wanted to fuck him. So he started to act. And he had a movie on TV called Normal People, where he played a retarded man who wants to live a normal life. It was very inspiring, actually. And at one point, he didn't do like a big retarded character. He wore thick glasses. He talked like Elmer Fudd. That was the whole thing. So he goes up to the guy who runs the group home he lives in, and he says, I want to get a job. And the guys who runs it is like, Republican conservative. So he's like, you can't get a job. You're retarded, And, but then there's a liberal lady who works there, and she says, of course he can get a job. He's as good as anyone. So they let him get a job as an air traffic controller, whatever was available. And then he meets a woman who's also retarded who lives at the group home. He falls in love with her. It's a very nice love story. And he says, we want to get married. And the guy says, she said, but they're in love. So they get married. And then one day he says, we want to have a baby. And the liberal lady says, no fucking way. And they just shut them down right there. And that's the end of the movie. It's different. Like, if murder was legal, I might have killed a few people. I don't know. I'd love to think, I would never do that. But we really need the law against murder. For one simple reason. The law against murder is the number one thing preventing murder. We'd like to think it's because, I would never do that. No, it's because it really sucks getting caught murdering. A lot. If murder was legal, or just a misdemeanor, like you get a thing in the mail, shit, they had a camera there. Oh, well. If murder was legal, there would be so much murder. Regular people would murder. Murderers would murder even more. And then really nice, sweet people would murder a few people. But nobody would murder no people. You wouldn't trust somebody who didn't murder. If murder was legal, you wouldn't like them. I never killed anybody. Okay, nice meeting you. Ugh. What a creep. I mean, not even a hooker. Live a life. What's wrong with that guy? He's like a Mormon or some shit. I hate those guys. I think he's nice. Shut up, Janet. It would just... If murder was legal, there would be a lot of murder. Children would behave very differently. Because mostly parents would be murdering their own kids. That's mostly what would happen if murder was legal. you'd be, you go to a mall, there'd be like 8 different moms in the mall just, I told you to stop it! You didn't listen to me! You'd be stepping over dead kids. It would be like a new problem. You have to clean up your kids when you kill them, because it's gross. It's bad for the environment. If you murder your child in a public place, please use one of the red bags that are in the dispensers every 3 feet of America. Put your murdered child in the red bag with a logo of a murdered kid on it. Next to the other logo that tells you not to let your alive kid play with a plastic bag because they might suffocate. In which case, you could just leave them in the bag. People on planes are the worst. People on planes, they complain. They get off the plane, they come to your house, and they tell you about their whole flight experience. And they make it sound like it was fucking a cattle car in Poland in the 40s. They just make it, that was the worst day of my life. I had to sit on the runway for 40 minutes. That's a story in this country. That's a fucking hardship. That you had to sit on the runway. People will listen to that story. They'll stop doing the dishes and turn around and go, oh my God, really? For 40 minutes? That's awful. You should sue them. I had to sit on the runway for 40 minutes. Oh my God, really? What happened then? Did you fly through the air like a bird? Incredibly? Did you soar into the clouds impossibly? Did you partake in the miracle of human flight? And then land softly on giant tires that you couldn't even conceive how they fucking put air in them? How dare you? Bitching about flying! I had to pay for my sandwich. You're flying! You're sitting in a chair in the sky! You're like a Greek myth right now. But it doesn't go back very far, and I was sort of squishing my knees. The Wright brothers would kick us all right in the cunt if they knew. If you could go back in time to Orville Wright and go, hey dude, I had to sit on the runway for 40 minutes. And he'd be like, oh shit, well let's not even bother then. Hey Wendell, shut it down. They make you wait for a bit. That hardly seems worth it. There's always delays. That's what everybody complains about. There's always delays when I fly. Really? Delays. It's too slow. Air travel's too slow. New York to California in 6 hours. That used to take 30 years to do that. And a bunch of you would die on the way there. You get shot in the neck with an arrow and you go, and you fall down. And the other passengers would just bury you and put a stick there with your hat on it and keep walking. And one of them would fuck your wife and have 3 babies. And all the old people would die. You'd be a whole different group of people by the time you got to California. Now you watch an Adam Sandler movie and you take a big runny dump and you're there.
Talked about the tie, Louie. You're breaking my heart. Remember the first time you didn't have the tie? And I said,
right.
I wanted you to dress up.
That's
Next
right.
time you dressed up, I was delighted.
You were really happy.
Yeah,
I know it means a lot to you. I know it's important to you.
If you had a show and you were nice enough to invite me, I'd have the tie.
I know you would. But if you didn't, I wouldn't care. It wouldn't hurt my feelings, but I understand how you feel about it.
Listen,
I got the jacket though. I think a jacket and a t-shirt is a decent mid-ground.
I know.
I felt like a jerk with a tie. It's not me. I feel like a defendant.
Well, no,
with a tie on.
ties. you feel. Well, the title is not me either, but it's what I got.
Well, yeah.
Now listen, this has happened to me twice now. I went to see the movie Blue Jasmine, and I'm enjoying the film. And Kate Blanchett,
yeah,
my
she's good.
God, was lovely.
Very good at acting.
And I'm really enjoying the film. And then I see Andrew Dice Clay, and I say to myself, honest to God, Andrew Dice Clay.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah. And then I see you in the movie.
Yeah.
And I think, who knew these guys were so good? Andrew Dice Clay as a serious actor, and you as a serious actor.
Oh, thank you.
In a Woody Allen film. All right. And then you came on the show.
That's right.
And we talked about it, and you had your tie on, and everything was fine. And now I go to see American Hustle.
Yeah.
Nobody tells me you're in American Hustle.
No, it's a secret.
So the movie is going along and along and along, and I'm enjoying it. And Jennifer Lawrence and the big stars who are in the thing. And then there's Louis C.K. again. And in the movie, you're wearing a tie.
That's right. I'm wearing a tie in the movie.
Now, Louis,
I'm wearing a big fat 70s tie. It's like
how
how
does this happen? How do you get to be in big movies?
Well, it's like I don't know. They asked me to do it. I don't audition or anything. I don't like to do movies.
Yeah.
And,
what do you mean you don't like to do it?
Well, I don't like auditioning. I don't like trying to get that kind of work.
Right.
And I used to audition. I never got any parts. And the first movie I got, well, somebody offered me a movie part. They asked me to audition, and I said okay, and I didn't show up because I hate doing it. So then they're insulted.
Good move.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Just don't show up.
Don't show up.
And they go, well, we made another appointment for you, and I didn't show up to that either. And then they sent me the script and said, put yourself on film in your house and send it to us. And I said, yes, and I didn't do it.
Didn't do that.
And then they called me and said, you got the part. So.
That's crazy. What was the film?
It was called Welcome Home, Roscoe Jenkins. It starred Martin Lawrence, and I had a huge part that is gone because I was so bad. I was terrible. I couldn't remember my lines. I couldn't talk.
But in the two movies that I've seen you in, you're great. So what happened since then that made you so comfortable?
I don't know
as
what
an
happened.
actor?
I don't know. I don't know why I was so bad in that movie. The director at one point, he said, his name was, it was Spike Lee's cousin, Malcolm. He said to me, the things you say are very important because if you don't say them right, nobody understands what's happening in the movie. Like, he had to say that to me.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, yeah, but I still couldn't do it.
Now, and I'm told in this movie American Hustle that there's a bit of dialogue that you, in fact, brought to the film, brought to the set. It was your idea. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I'm not sure.
The story about going fishing?
Oh, yeah, the fishing. Well, he wanted me to tell a story about ice fishing. That was his. He said, tell a story about ice fishing.
Who's he, the director?
Yeah, he. The Lord told me. It came to me in a dream. Tell a story about ice fishing throughout the movie. The director asked me to tell a story about ice fishing, and that's all he told me. And so I tried to come up with it. And the more we filmed the movie, the more I hatched about this ice fishing story.
Well, it's a very effective device, and it's interesting. You would think that the director and the screenwriter would have come up with something. They don't have to burden you as an actor, but it worked out just great.
Yeah, he thought of it right on the spot. He was like, something about ice fishing. Okay, so I tried. Yeah.
Now, so I'm not surprised again. Are you in more big movies?
No, I'm not. I don't really. I'm trying to reach a certain level of fame. I'm not trying to get as famous as possible. I'm trying to reach kind of a sweet spot.
Well, you've come to the right place.
I just, when you start growing in fame, it's because more and more people like you. And only people that like you are aware of you. But then when you start getting your face on buses and stuff, now people that hate you know who you are. And the hate quotient starts to grow a lot. So that's what I'm trying to be aware of.
Is it maybe a problem with self-esteem?
No, it's just that everybody hates somebody sometimes. I mean, everybody is hate. If you're known by millions of people, some of them are going to hate you. There's no way.
Let me just wrap this segment up by saying...
I'm sorry, I should have stopped.
No, you're fine.
20 minutes ago.
Dress for the job you want, not for the job you have. Okay. We'll be right back with Louis C.K., ladies and gentlemen. You filmed... the last episode of your show in, was it Shanghai, is that right?
Beijing.
Beijing, China.
That's right.
Ooh. Now, what was the point of that, and what was it like? That sounds like, oh my God, it's got to be hard to do that.
It was hard to go to China.
Yeah.
It's really far away. And
did they know what they were getting? The Chinese people say, "Oh, look, Louis C.K. wants to come to China," and they probably hacked your computers and stuff.
Sure. Yeah, we had to go through a long, arduous process. We started early in the year of trying to get the rights to go. We had to talk to their cultural. I didn't do any of this. The people that work for me did all this.
Now, the United States is comfortable with you doing a show in China?
Well, yeah. I mean, a lot of movies are produced there and stuff. And I mean, it's tricky because I did a stand-up show over there. While I was there, some people were like, "Hey, do a show." And I did a show in this old Peking theater, this very, very ancient theater, and. I was like, do I have to worry about what I say, you know? And they're like, have fun, you know?
Yeah, they're such fun-loving
Yeah,
folks.
they just, you know,
all they want is fun over there.
They just have a great time. That's all they do over there is have a great time.
I didn't realize you spoke Chinese.
I don't speak any Chinese.
That's what I thought. Now,
what
about the people in the theater?
Well, a lot of them spoke, enough of them spoke English that, you know, they understood enough to be really offended by what I said. So they got really mad. Yeah, they got really upset.
No, were they upset?
They did. I mean, somebody got upset. The sense I get is that the government doesn't really do anything anymore, but everybody's really scared. So if you do anything weird, everybody's like, stop it. So, you know, we were told like somebody might disappear if you use that joke on the show. You know, they use words like that, you know.
Wow.
I'd rather you didn't use that on your show because I might disappear. Things like that. I don't want to say too much because maybe the guy will still disappear. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird.
What is the city like? Is it westernized? Is it like a huge New York?
Very. It's more like a giant Dayton, Ohio. It is. It's a huge
Dayton, Ohio.
Smoky. You can't breathe because of the pollution.
Sure.
You just can't breathe.
Yeah.
It's brutal. But it was cool. I mean, I never thought I'd go to China, you know. And
would you go back?
The people I met, I really loved. No. But I'd like to go to another part of China because I love Chinese culture. And
you visited, you were invited to someone's home.
Yeah, we went. I wanted to shoot a scene where I'm up in the mountains in some old lady's house and she's feeding me. So we just drove up this windy road and we found this little tiny old woman. And we're like, can we film here? She's like, come in. And she just started giving me food. And so we just filmed me being fed by this woman. So that was a singular experience.
Wow. So was this random? You just dropped by the house and she said, of course, please come in?
Kinda, yeah. Kinda, that's how it works.
Government agent, probably. It's probably a government agent.
Probably. I don't know anything about it. I don't know.
And so that was must have been very, very exciting to be in Shanghai.
Yeah.
And then I'm sorry, Beijing.
Yeah, sorry. Really doesn't matter.
This other thing I find fairly courageous. You produced, directed, wrote a movie in the late 90s, 98, something like that? And this was like a first outing as a director?
First time I directed, yeah.
And you look at it now, and what do you think of it as you look at it now?
Well, it's very weird. It's a really strange. It's a black and white movie, and it just makes very little sense. But I think it's funny.
And at the time,
I thought it was this really intelligent and important movie.
Right. And you took it to festivals and stuff.
So went to Sundance. Yeah. There was 15 people at the screening, and 2 when it was over. Literally, it was a disaster. Yeah. Nobody wanted to see it. I was heartbroken. I was 28 years old, and I thought, this is my movie.
Right.
It's funny, you know, because when I look back at old versions of myself, I go, what an idiot, you know? Any version of me 20 years ago or 10 years ago, I'm like, I was a moron. But then I thought I was great.
Right. You know,
so now I think I'm great.
I'm glad to hear you say that because I go through the same thing, and I wonder if it's common to the human experience. If I can't sleep at night, I will start remembering stupid things I have done when I was younger. And oh my God, it gets to be a little frightening.
Does it lull you to sleep? Is that why you do it?
Well, that's the objective. Yeah, but then you wake up thinking, okay, I don't want to. I'm trying to be a better person as we go forward.
I think as long as you think that your past was bad, you must be improving. That's what I think. Right?
Yeah, I think. Yeah,
that's probably the way it works.
So nobody wanted to distribute your movie.
Nobody cared about it or wanted to see it.
How much did it cost you to make this movie?
About $180,000.
Out of your own pocket?
Out of my own pocket. I had written for you, and I saved some of that money. All the money I
that's
made,
where that money went.
That's where it went.
Do you ever see Eraserhead?
Sure, yeah. Love David's work, yeah.
Well, anyway, it reminded me a little of Eraserhead.
Oh, yeah, a little bit, right?
So we're going to show, and now you can buy this movie.
Yeah, so it's been sitting literally under my bed for 15 years. No one's seen it. Steve Carell is in it. Amy Poehler's in it for a second. J.B. Smoove, who's in this clip, and he's very funny. A lot of really great actors, and it just sat there.
And what's
now
the,
I have my
story?
Well, it's about a guy who runs a photo store, which is already something that doesn't exist anymore. Yeah. And he's very persnickety. He doesn't like people touching his stuff. He likes things in order. He also goes home and he sits in a bowl of ice cream naked at night because that relaxes him. And then there's this old lady who's very unhappy and her husband's mean to her, but he gets eaten by a pack of wild dogs. So
now the important thing for is it $5?
$5.
$5. You can go to louisck.net.
louisck.net.
Beginning Wednesday. Is it com or net?
Either one works.
Either one works?
Yeah, I got them both.
Oh, you have
both parked at the same site. Wednesday at noon, it goes
there it
live.
Is right there.
You can watch it, and when you buy it,
let's
you
show
own
them
it.
a clip.
There you go. That's the website.
Oh, no, that's pretty good.
Funny, yeah. Yeah, it's not for everybody. That would be the tagline. It's not for everybody.
It's $5. How big a deal can it be? So spend the $5 and decide.
And you own it. And nobody bothers you.
No,
we don't
you're
check.
Fine.
It's
not like we're in China here, ladies and gentlemen.
Exactly.
It's called Tomorrow Night. It can be yours for $5 on the website there, the louiscknet.com, whatever that thing is. And it's available beginning Wednesday. All right, Louis, next time.
Nice to see you.
Maybe a tie.
Okay, I'll try.
Okay. And Jesus entered into Jerusalem, and when he had looked around about and seen all things, and the eventide was come, he went out unto Bethany with the 12. See, Bethany was like a suburb of Jerusalem. So he went in Jerusalem. You see all the shit downtown, but you don't stay downtown. You go to the Marriott by the airport. That's what Bethany was. Okay? And on the morrow, when they come from Bethany, Jesus was hungry. And seeing a fig tree afar off, having leaves, he came to it, if haply he might find anything thereon. But when he came to the tree, he found nothing but leaves, for the time of figs was not yet. And Jesus answered and saith unto the tree, No man shall eat fruit of thee hereafter and forever. And the disciples heard it. And in the morning when they passed by, they saw the fig tree dried up from the roots and dead. And Peter, calling to remembrance, saith unto him, Master, behold, the fig tree which thou dost cursest has withered away and died. And Jesus answered and saith unto them, Have faith in God. What the fuck kind of a Jesus story is that? Hey, Jesus, you killed a tree. That's right, motherfucker. What's the fucking point to this story? What is the moral? That Jesus just killed a tree. He was hungry. He was fucking cranky. He was like, there's no figs. Fuck you, tree. You're fucking dead, you piece of shit. I wanted a fig. You're fucking dead. Watch this. And the tree's like, but the time of figs is not yet. It's just not yet. I need another week. You want fruit out of season? Go to Whole Foods, you fucking Jew. I didn't do anything. I mean, you can't act like that, man. You can't act like that. You walk around acting like that, folks will nail you to a cross. That's what they'll do. They will.
You gotta fucking cool it, Jesus. He got a little, you know. That's really what happened. Got a little shitty. A little big, you know. He went to Jerusalem. It's a big town for a boy from Galilee. And he didn't just walk into Jerusalem. He walked in and his friends were like, King of the Jews, y'all! King of the motherfucking Jews! The Jews didn't like that. The Jews are like, not my president, whatever, you know. So they nailed him to a cross. This is what they did. And this, the weirdest thing to me about Catholicism and all Christianity is this image. This image is the image of the biggest, most powerful religion, the cleanest religion. And it's a fucking dead guy with nails, just blood. And it's in every polite room in the world. Every nice, quiet place is a fucking Jesus. And the president and his wife, and they wear pearls, and then we always go to look at the fucking, it's just weird. Because it promotes nicely ideas like honor thy mother and thy father. Because they, it's just macabre. But I love it. I love the image. I love it. I was raised Catholic my whole life. I love this image. I stare at it. Every time I go by a church, if it's open, I go in because I want to see their Jesus. They all have a different Jesus. They're a little different. Some of them he's really suffering. And some of them he's just like, oh, well. I really got myself in a noodle this time, boy.
Hello. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. So, you know, I think abortion is, here's what I think. This is what I think. Here's what I think. I think you should not get an abortion unless you need one. In which case, you better get one. I mean, seriously. If you need an abortion, you better get one. Don't fuck around. And hurry. That's not getting an abortion that you need is like not taking a shit. That's how bad that is. It's like not taking a shit. That's what I think. I think abortion is exactly like taking a shit. I think it is 100% the exact same thing as taking a shit. Or it isn't. It isn't. It's either taking a shit or it's killing a baby. It's only one of those two things. It's no other things. So if you didn't like hearing that it's like taking a shit, you think it's killing a baby. That's the only other one you get to have. Which means you should be holding a sign in front of the place. People hate abortion protesters. They're so shrill and awful. They think babies are being murdered. What are they supposed to be like? I don't know, it's not cool. I don't want to be a dick about it, though. I don't want to ruin their day as they murder several babies all the time. I don't think it's killing a baby. I don't. I mean, it's a little bit killing a baby. It's a little bit. It's 100% killing a baby. It's totally killing a whole baby. But I think that women should be allowed to kill babies. That's what I think. They should be allowed to kill babies. Yeah. We kill babies! Let's do some shots and kill some babies. I killed like 4 babies last night. It was fucking retarded.
I just think it has to be one or the other. You know, like when people say abortion should be legal, safe, and rare. Why rare if it should be legal? If it should be legal, it's shitting. If it should be rare, it's murdering baby. So I don't know what to tell my kids. My kids are, they wanted a dog, so I got them a dog. I got them a dog this year, which was a mistake. I shouldn't have gotten the dog. Because we rescued a dog. We got we adopt. Yes, you must, yes, always rescue. If you get a dog, get a rescue dog. Don't get a puppy from those horrible people who professionally raise dogs carefully. No. You need to just get a mystery dog that's been beaten and abused and traumatized on the streets of Puerto Rico and can't talk about it to anyone now. They never know. Do you know anything about the dog? She's afraid of pennies. So we think maybe somebody's been throwing handfuls of pennies at her face. But otherwise, no. So you take this random dog and just put it in your house with your family and watch their personality unfold. This dog is insane. I'll walk into the kitchen and the dog's just standing there alone like this. Like, you all right? Are you all right? My kids are terrified of the dog. My daughter goes to pet the dog. The dog goes like this. She's like, should I pet her? I don't think you should ever pet our dog, honey. So I took her to the vet. I took the dog to the vet to ask her what to do. And the vet said, listen, I think there's something you should seriously consider. I was like, please be saying to kill this dog. Please be a doctor that says the dog dies now. But she didn't. She said, I think you should consider Prozac for the dog. I was like, really? She said, yeah, it works. Calms the dog right down. But it's a big decision and you should think about it. I said, put 4 in her asshole right now. What do I have to think about? I don't give a shit what she's experiencing. Fucking fix it. Give her heroin. Shoot her up. Come on, puppy. Wow, your dog is really chill. Yeah. It only costs $400 a day to keep her like that. I didn't always feel this way. I used to love animals. I used to worry about animals. Just animals. When I was like 20, are all the doggies okay everywhere? I certainly hope so. But I'm 49 and I got 2 kids now. You know what happens? Your circle of concern tightens. I have 4 nephews. I don't love any of them. Fuck a dog. You know those ads, like the PSA on television about abused animals? They show you a dog with like an empty socket and he's like, ooh. They're always wet. I feel like they hose them down before they film them. Ooh, and the voice comes on, look at these dogs. Please send us money so that this can stop. Are you beating up the dogs? How's my money fixing that? You ever seen that PSA where they show you a really sad man? He's very upset, very sad man. He's holding a little sign, and it says, yeah, sure. And he says, this is the text that killed my daughter. Because somebody texted, yeah, sure, and ran over his kid, which is awful. Although maybe they were responding to a text that said, can you please kill that kid? And so they just wrote back and did it.
His dad keeps making out with him. That'll put the miles on your face. I was in Ohio and I went to the zoo. You go to the zoo when you're at another town, right? You don't go to the zoo where you live. It's not like you're at your office. Fuck, I should hit the zoo. Shit. It's gonna close. Damn it. I just really want to see a monkey right now, really bad. It's gonna be a bad night if I don't look at a monkey right in the face. Gonna hit both my kids if I don't see a monkey. So I went to a zoo with my friend in Ohio. We went to see the lion. It's always a shit lion. It's never a good lion. He's never going, rawr. He's just laying on a fake rock, eating lamb from Costco. And my friend said, that's depressing. They should free that lion. It's like, what are you seeing in your mind right now? He said they should take him to Africa. And what, just let him out of the car? Hey, good luck, lion. And the lion's like, what the fuck is this shit? Then the African lions find him. They're like, hey, how you doing? Where you from? Columbus, Ohio. All right. Well, why don't you lift that tail, because my dick is going right in your ass. I like animals. Some people think animals are better than us. I heard somebody say, animals don't lie. Yes, they do. They lie all the time, like, I'm a leaf. You know. No, you're not. You're a bug. Fuck you, I'm a leaf. Come on, shut up. Some animals I hate. I hate cockroaches. I hate even seeing a cockroach. It's upsetting. I wonder if they upset each other. The cockroach is at home and his friend walks up. Oh, fuck, Henry, don't, please. That's gross. I like watching shows about animals. I was watching a show about a veterinarian. And he did that thing. He was on a farm. You know when the veterinarian puts a glove on up to here? And he puts his whole arm in a cow's vagina. And then he goes like this. Okay, here's what's going to happen. I want to have that experience. Here's the good news. Here's what I found out. You don't need to be a doctor to do that. Here's the other good news. You don't need that glove. You don't need any special education or attire. Just pull over if you see a cow. I was gonna... Just another minute. Just give me another minute. I like vaginas. I do. Vaginas they're mysterious. Not all of them. Some of them you're like, yeah, I get it. Vaginas and penises are different. I'm going to talk about the difference between penises and vaginas. Comedians used to talk about the difference between men and women, but you can't really do that anymore because they're not as different as they used to be. And there's more genders. There's a bunch of more genders. But there's not more genitalia. There's still just the two. There's no weird moments like, hey, that's a nice penis. Actually, it's a pachamba. You know, that doesn't happen. But they are. Penises and vaginas are different. Here's one difference. You can cut off a penis. You can just cut it off, and it'll fall right in the soup. Vagina, you can't cut off a vagina. I mean, you can scoop it out like a grapefruit section, you know? But all you did was make a bigger vagina. I kind of like it better when only half of you laugh at some of this stuff. Like it's fun. All right. So I was thinking about, you know what I was thinking about today? I was thinking about Jesus. I was thinking about Jesus. And after I came, I thought that here's what I think about Jesus, because I was raised Catholic, and my main feeling about Jesus is that I feel sorry for him. I feel sorry for Jesus. I think he had a hard life. The last day was particularly difficult, but he had a hard life, Jesus. He had to wear that underwear, that thong, just that fucking dish rag, just burlap yanked up. Ugh, imagine. Just the rash. Fuck. But I've been thinking a lot about Jesus, and I've been thinking about a lot about his life, and I started reading a book. I have one here. I have a book about Jesus right here that I want to share with you. This is a book about Jesus Christ. Just give me a minute here. Okay, this is a book about Jesus. Actually, the whole book is not about Jesus. Only this much. Only that much is about Jesus. The rest of it is the Jews going like, and then we walked for 50 years in the desert, and we only had a little bit of oil. It was difficult. It's verbose. It's a lot. Look at it. It's just Jews just fucking, and then Jacob bought a goat, and he had Isaac, who had Ruth, who had Abraham. And Abraham lived to be 800. Yeah, I bet he did, too. The Jews in the early chapters are all like 800, and then God was like, I can't with these fucking Jews for 800 years. I can't. We're starting heart disease right now. Cut them down to 10%. But so that's the Jews part. And this is the Jesus part. And they tell you the life of Jesus. But here's the weird part. They tell it to you again and again and again and again. They keep telling the same story. First Matthew tells it. And then Mark is like, dude, that's not what the fuck. Let me tell you what happened. Let me tell you. Hey, Paul, shut up. You weren't even here. And I started reading it because I never read it before. You know, because I was raised Catholic. It's true. Catholic Church, they do not encourage reading. The Jews read their shit in Hebrew. And down south, they fucking read the Bible. That's what they do. But the Catholics, they want you to come in. They want you to come in so they can tell you. They want you to sit down and they tell you. And you're like, could I read the book? No, I got it. Just put the book down. Put it down. I'll tell you what. What, you don't fucking believe me? Listen, I'll tell you what happened. So I got interested in it because I had a feeling about Jesus as a person. And it's interesting because when you actually read it, it's not as lofty. It's like just regular people. Like here's this story of Jesus turning water into wine, okay? This is John chapter 2, okay? The word of the Lord. Okay, here we go. Okay, here's what it says. Just listen. Just listen to the first part. Okay. And the third day there was a marriage in Cana of Galilee, and the mother of Jesus was there. And both Jesus was called and his disciples to the wedding. And when they wanted wine, the mother of Jesus saith unto him, they have no wine here. This is just anybody's mom at a wedding. They have no wine, Jesus. And then listen to this. Listen to this. And Jesus saith unto her, woman, what have I to do with thee?
Jesus is like, Mom, don't. Fucking don't. Anyway, I won't read the whole thing out of there, but it's a weird story. Because he's at a wedding, and they don't have any wine, so he goes to the guy who runs the wedding and goes, hey, what's up? And the guy goes, yeah, sorry, man, there's no wine. And Jesus says, look in the water barrel. That's all he says, just look in the water barrel. Like a close-up magician, like flip over the card, maybe it's not the Red Queen. So the guy looks in the water barrel, and he had turned it all into wine, and everyone rejoiced. Except the guy running the wedding was probably like, we did need some water. This is actually a bigger problem. I have a feeling a lot of his miracles were met with mixed, like, thanks, Jesus, that's, fuck. That's a lot of fucking fish, Jesus. Like Lazarus, Jesus brought Lazarus back from the dead. Lazarus had been dead for 4 days. And Jesus went to his tomb and he just said, rise, Lazarus. And it worked. Lazarus came out of the tomb like, and Lazarus' wife was like, are you fucking kidding me right now? I thought this day could not get worse. But here's the story I wanted to share with you. Because this story is really weird. I didn't know this story till I sat down and read the whole book. I mean, the Jesus part. I read the whole thing and I found this story that I never heard before. And I've seen every Jesus movie, and this is not in any Jesus movie. This is not a very told story because it's not clear what it means. Doesn't have a clear, usually the Jesus stories are obvious, what they mean. He washed your feet, so, you should wash your feet, whatever the fuck they're teaching you. But this is the story of Jesus cursing a fig tree. How many people by applause know of this story? Okay, that's all I need, just to make it clear that it really happened. I mean, none of this happened. But I don't know. I'm fucking with you. I don't know. I'm just saying, I just wanted to clear that I didn't make it up. They did. All right. Okay, here's what it says. This is Mark chapter 11. It's when Mark went broke. Okay. And Jesus entered into Jerusalem. And when he had looked round about upon all things, and now the eventide was come, he went out unto Bethany with the 12. Bethany was like a suburb of Jerusalem. So, you go into town, you see all this shit, but you stay like at the Marriott by the airport. That's where Bethany is. And on the morrow, when they were come from Bethany, Jesus was hungry. And seeing a fig tree afar off, having leaves, he came, if haply he might find anything thereon. But when he came to the tree, he saw nothing but leaves, for the time of figs was not yet. And Jesus answered and saith unto the tree, no man shall eat fruit of thee hereafter and forever. And the disciples heard it. And in the morning, as they passed by, they saw the fig tree dried up from the roots. And Peter, calling to remembrance, saith unto him, Master, behold, the fig tree which thou doth curseth is withered away and dead. And Jesus answered and saith unto them, have faith in God. What the fuck kind of a Jesus story is that? What the fuck are we supposed to... Hey, Jesus, you kill that tree. That's right, motherfucker. What are we supposed to learn from cranky, hungry Jesus? There's no figs on the tree. So he's like, you're fucking dead, you piece of shit tree. You're fucking dead. And the tree's like, but the time of figs is not yet. It's just, I need another week. You want fruit out of season, go to Whole Foods, you fucking Jew. I didn't do anything. I mean, you can't act like that, man. You can't act like that. You walk around acting like that and somebody will nail you to a cross. That's what'll happen. That's what'll happen. There's a few missteps in the Jesus story, I'm telling you. Like when he went to Jerusalem for the first time, his friends put him on a donkey and they took him through town, through Jerusalem, and they're like, King of the Jews, y'all. King of the motherfucking Jews. And the Jews did not like that. The Jews were like, not my president, whatever. So they nailed him to a cross. And here's what that looks like. Hold on a second. All right, no, we should. I can only face one. Okay. This is it. This is the image. This is the image. This is the whole, the craziest thing about this religion is this image, because it's fucking macabre, man. It's fucking gory. There's like, and it's in every polite room in the world. It's in hospitals, and all of old ladies have it above their bed, and it's just fucking dead. Like if you never saw one before, you'd be like, why the fuck do you have that everywhere? It's this polite religion, honor thy mother and thy father, because it's just weird. But I love this image, I really do, I love it. I was raised Catholic and I look at it all the time. Every time I walk by a church, I go to look at their Jesus. Because they're all different. Every Jesus is a little different. Sometimes Jesus is suffering. And sometimes he's just like, well, I really got myself in a noodle this time, boy. Sometimes it's just a cross. Like, oh fuck, where'd he go? Jesus got away. I was in a Korean church once. I went to a Korean church and they had a Korean Jesus. Korean Jesus with the... Don't get mad. How would I know? It was a Korean Jesus. I can't say Korean Jesus and do nothing. It was a Korean Jesus. Well, usually Jesus has blonde hair and blue eyes, which he didn't have. But that's who won everything, so they get to draw him. The truth is Jesus was black, but that's rare. It's rare to see a black Jesus. Hey man, get me the fuck down from here, or whatever. Black. I don't know any other Jesuses. Gay Jesus. No, I'm not gonna do this. All right. Anyway. The point is, everybody wants Jesus to look like themselves, and that's why I don't like that he's always skinny. He's always fucking perfect. Bothers me. I've never seen a fat Jesus. Never one time. So he's just a fat Jesus, just like... with like 10 nails in each hand. He might have been fat. I'll tell you what Jesus was not, is Korean. There's no Koreans in Jerusalem in the year 1. But I was raised Catholic, and I'm not Catholic anymore. I didn't like that religion because they tell you you're going to hell, even when you're a kid. 5-year-old kids. And the church is like, oh, you're going to hell. Oh, you're going to hell. And you're 5. And you're like, what did I do? And the church is like, you know what you did, you piece of shit. And you're like, oh yeah, fuck. You're a kid going to hell. Imagine. And you're going to hell. There's no kids' hell, you understand? You're going right to the show. If you're 5 years old and you steal a crayon from your sister and then lie about it, and then you get hit by a truck, you're roommates with Hitler. There's no difference. That's how I was so scared. I'm like, I'm going to be roommates with Hitler. I'm only 5. I already killed 4 Jews, though, so I'm probably going to be roommates with Hitler. They take you in a room, and they're pouring hot lead in his asshole. He's like, ah! And then they tell you, they're like, all right, get in there, kid. It's your turn. Hitler's like, ah, poor little fella. Poor Hitler. I mean, at this point, he's been down there for 75 years. I bet Hitler's nice now. I bet he's like, I don't know what I was thinking. It's probably Hitler who greets you when you get to hell. You know, he's like, hi. Yeah, that's me. Yeah. What's that? Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's pretty bad. Yeah. What? Oh, yeah, sure. I was so scared of hell when I was a kid. I remember when I found out that gay people go to hell, I got scared. I'm not gay, but what if God thinks I'm gay? What if I come off a little queer to the Lord? He might be happening to look when I hit my toe, and I'm like, ow. And he's like, oh, I know where you're going, you faggot. I mean, that's not what I believe. I don't believe that. God doesn't hate you because you're gay. God made you gay because he hates you. No. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. There's no God. But, I don't know. But you know who I feel sorry for? Besides Jesus and Hitler? You know who I really feel sorry for is a gay man's sperm.